Okay, I'm going to do a quick assembly of the UUNI 3, and I'm going to do it with a few little tweaks, make everybody's life easier. So, let's get started. Pop the box open, instructions, very useful, peel, very useful. Stone, discard at the moment. Box, discard at the moment. You want to flip the UUNI 3 over. Discard the door at the moment. I'm going to flip the legs. Remove the cardboard. Take the plastic off. Flip the legs. Upright the UUNI 3 on its 3 legs. Take out the boxes that are inside of it. Should be 3 boxes. Discard the cardboard. Go to the back, and you want to start with the largest of the 3 boxes. As this houses the burner 3 unit. In here you find the flame guard. We're going to put it back there for now. You're going to have the hopper door. We're going to put that back there for now. The door handle mount, we're going to put this with the door. The screws, we're going to put the screws up here for now. And the handle for the door. So the door related items, we're going to put those off to the side. We're going to take out, there's an Allen key in here. It's metric 3 millimeter. I'm going to use a portable cordless drill since I have it handy. If you're using a cordless drill, make sure your torque setting is set at low so you're not stripping any screws anywhere. Take the plastic out of the burner unit. There's going to be a couple of layers of plastic in here. Alright, here's the plate. Here's one of the tweaks we're going to do. There has been some talk of this plate needing to have a tighter angle for the for this, so when it goes into, let's see, let's open this one. This box here has the other half where it goes into. So the way this thing goes together is it goes in here, that goes into the slot, and when the adjustment screw goes in here, it pushes the slide and closes the amount of pellets allowed in there. I personally believe that this works because you're not, once you have the angle set to the size of pellet you're using and it allows it to drop in there, it's not going to fall out unless you're trying to adjust it while it's going, which I found to be unnecessary. But to make sure that it does not, let's do what I find to be the easy solution to that. Okay, the slide plate. To increase the angle on the top, I just inserted it into a door hinge and then kind of closed the door on it. To give it just a little bit more of a bend. And you want to kind of do that and then try it. And you want it to be able to be just, you want to have, you want it to be a little bit difficult to insert here. You should be able to get it started and then have to push it in and have it kind of snap into place. And at that point, it should operate without going anywhere when you've given it that little bit of a bend. And once we get the firebox out and we get the plate in there, get that electric bend in it so it doesn't come out at all. We're going to insert the burner. I'm going to put it into the little keyhole slots, push it all the way down tight, and I'm going to cheat again and use the drill driver. Next thing you want to do, you want to take the rest of the plastic off. You want to assemble the burner unit. This tray goes in here like so, and it goes right above the little rivets. So this just pushes right in here. Idea being is that the burn happens here, air comes from underneath, feeds the fire, and there it goes. Actually, I'm gonna have to take the flap out now because it can't be in there when you slide this on here. So you have to put the flap back in here. And like I said, if you bent it just the right amount, it should be snug to go in there and it won't come out. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to insert the screw in there. So we want to take, there's two different lengths of screws in here. You want to take the longer ones. According to the instructions from UUNI, you do not want to run this screw all the way in. It's saying that the plate should never be able to close. What I found out is if I put in, and fill it out, the hopper up at this point, and then I start opening the slide right here, that gives me, I can adjust it for the size of pellet that I'm using. Because the pellet sizes and different companies and different brands are going to be slightly different. So I find that as I turn this screw open, it will, I'll start hearing as the pellets fall in there. Actually, let's go in here and put some pellets in here. I'm going to close it all the way. I'm going to fill the hopper with pellets. I'm going to take the Allen key that comes with the instructions, and I'm going to open this, and as I'm opening this until I hear the pellets consistently falling without me messing with it, which would be right there. So that's where I want to leave it to burn. So that would be the right size opening for the pellets that I'm using. And see, as the pellets are falling right on top of the part where the grate is, air comes in here, comes up through the pellets, feeds the burn. You want to try to keep the burn as far onto the front end inside the UUNI, so in this section as possible. All right, take the pellets out. At one point here we were talking about the different size pellets. I have used some Traeger pellets and some UUNI pellets before. And if you look at them, there's a Traeger pellet right here and an UUNI pellet right there. The diameter is slightly different. The UUNI pellets are a little bit smaller. So with the Traeger pellets, you'd want to have that slide open a little bit more. All right. Once we have the burner assembled and attached, I'm going to take the cool little handle. And the other thing this cool little handle thing here does is it actually acts as the handle for the burner tray. So if you need to dump the ashes out or anything like that. It also allows you to pull the hopper back here to increase a little air gap there for air. And it covers this up. So pretty handy little design on that. Okay, I'm going to flip the UUNI this way, and we're going to get to these other parts. The next thing I want to insert in here is I want to take the stone. So we're going to take the stone out. Comes well packaged in here. I seem to think that the logo is extra texture, so I put that side facing down. If you prefer it the other way, it's a free country. I'm going to put it in this way. This is the UUNI provided flame guard that you're using inside there to deflect the burn into the right area during the bake process. So. And keep the flame directly off the pizza. The way you insert this in is it goes right here under the stone, and then you insert the stone in here. Oh, we still have some rogue pellets in here. It goes right here past the rivets. I'll bring it a little further down here. And it goes right here past the rivets, and we want to insert the stone in here like this. Keep that as centered as possible and close to the stone. If the stone moves away from it, it lets that fall over, and you don't want that happening when everything is 700 and 900 degrees. So you want to have it centered, you want to have it snug to the stone, and you want to push the stone back flush with the front of the UUNI. Okay, so the next piece we're going to put in is we're going to put in what they call the flame keeper. So the flame keeper is in here. And the flame keeper goes in right inside here, and you can see it right here. It hooks onto that little slot. Okay? So it snugly fits right there. Okay, next thing we want to do is we want to open the chimney or the stack. The chimney cap is inside the same box. You want to take this out. There's a handy little clip here. The crucial part is this slot right here in the front goes into the little tab in the opening. So you want to fit that in there nice and snug like that. Tip it back. And as you come here to the back side, you will see that's where the little clip attaches the chimney to the unit securely. Okay? The chimney cap has the integrated pellet scoop in it, so it goes in here, and then when you're loading pellets or when you're using it, you wouldn't have it in there, and you'd have it free to load pellets with when you are not using it. Okay? So the chimney cap, pretty handy, uses to load the pellets. All right, next thing we want to put together is the door. The way the door goes together is we want to put this part through the hole like this. I'm going to take one of the short screws out of the bag, And one of the short screws just goes right here. Get it started with your fingers so it's not getting cross-threaded. And there it is. Okay? If that does not feel tight and secure, should. And then the next thing you do, you take the handle and you take the little screw inserts that you see right here, and those go on the underside. So you slide it like this. You want to make sure you can see light through there. And you take two of the longer screws. Set the handle right there. Take two of the longer screws out of the bag. And those go right through the handle right here. Now, here's a little variation, another little tweak. If you're planning on taking this to places and traveling with the UUNI a lot, I just suggest just put in one screw, allowing the handle to fold like that. And if you're doing that, then you would want to work in a washer or something in here a little bit to make it tighter. Or just insert this second screw in here as needed to secure the handle. But if you're not planning on traveling with it, go ahead and put both screws in, and there you are. So you have the handle attached to the door, and then the door just fits. You push the door against the unit and you pull it straight down, and there it is. UUNI 3, ready to go, assembled.